I was gonna share this with you the other day, but I forgot. I thought it'd be kind of a funny video, but it's my um it's my criminal complaint that I went to court for the other day, and so I just thought it was kind of funny because I think I told you, some of what happened, and I wrote about it in the new book, the last like three blogs basically in the new book are about what happened, kicking the cop in the nuts and stuff. So. But yeah, the court I had the other day was just like a 5 minute preliminary thing. Like I get scheduled again on September 19th. I told my lawyer, his name is the public defender Peter Bartlett, that when I left the message that basically I decided I don't want to do NGI. I want to do not guilty. If they don't release the body cam footage, then I'm not guilty. It was self-defense, and I said they'll never release the body cam footage. They never do, because when it involves me, because they'd be the laughing stock of the entire country. And I know my lawyer said we'll skip the next preliminary and put you out until September 19th, because I said give me a month without any court. I got court in Madison for eluding the cops on September 1st. I want to be working on my books for the next month. So he told the judge he couldn't come until September 19th. I think it's a Monday. But anyways, here's the criminal complaint. The above-named defendant, on or about Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, in the city of Richland Center, Richland County, Wisconsin, did intentionally cause bodily harm to Deputy Christopher Shildon, a law enforcement officer, without their consent, and at the time of the act, the defendant knew or should known that Deputy Christopher Shildon was a law enforcement officer, and the act was in response to any action taken by the law enforcement officer in an official capacity, contrary to section whatever, Wisconsin State Class H felony, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 6 years or both. Probable and praise that the defendant be dealt with according to law. Okay, come on. I mean, probable cause. At approximately 12 o'clock p.m. on 6/24/22, I, Deputy Christopher Shildon of the Richland County Sheriff's Department, who's resigned since, responded to the Richland Hospital emergency room due to Charlie Hillman, who was on the emergency detention through Richland County for being uncooperative with other law enforcement at the emergency room. After arriving in the emergency room, I met with Sergeant Kevin Melby. He's a friend of mine, and investigator Toby Johnson. He's the one that always buys me food when he transports me. He almost let me drive last time he took me, because he was so tired. I'm like, can't Ring drive, or he's not a good driver. He can't drive as good as me, Kenny. And Toby's like, nope. He said he had the door running, the car running. He's like, go for it, go hop in there. I said, well, we'll get lost. I don't know how to get to Winnebago from La Crosse. He's like, I can drive. He bought me coffee, a couple sandwiches, and let me go into Quick Trip uncuffed. Fed me gummy bears and lifesavers, the whole time. Toby Johnson of the Richland County Sheriff's Department. The inmate Charlie Hillman was sitting on the hospital bed yelling and screaming obscenities while in the hospital. At approximately 12:30 p.m., Charlie continued to attempt to get off the bed and walk out of the room. I then put my hand on her shoulders, assisting her back to the bed where she sat down. She then stood up immediately and used both of her hands, which were handcuffed in front of her body, and thrusted them in an upward motion, striking me in the base of my nose and causing my hat to fall onto the ground. Well, being hit in the face by Charlie Hillman, it did cause me pain, and I did not consent for her to do so. Myself, along with Sergeant Melby, then decentralized Charlie Hillman onto the hospital bed, and Sergeant Melby then restrained her to the railing of the bed so that she could not get up anymore. But when Kevin Melby, when he restrained me, I grabbed a hold of his fucking radio contact and I called for SWAT. I hit the button, SWAT, 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 SWAT. And then I said to the one cop, I'm like, okay, next time I see you, that hat is mine. That fucking hat is mine. I said to Kevin, I'm like, and your radio contact is mine. And then I said to Toby, I said, well, now what did I take from you? Oh yeah, your keys and your badge. That's all I need. I don't even need a fucking gun, right? And then what was something Oh, God, what the hell was it? Something. But and then the whole time I was screaming obscenities. I wasn't screaming obscenities. I was telling everybody in the hospital where everyone could hear me loud enough that the cops had assaulted me sexually, like violated me, raped me for 18 hours in the holding cell. That was my revenge for what they did to me in the holding cell, which was strip my cell of all, everything, turn off my water. All I had was an oversized modesty suit, didn't have toilet paper, water was shut off. I had to drink and bathe from the toilet because I was so hot, and then I would get cold, had nothing to cover up with, had to piss on the floor. I mean, it was terrible. I didn't get a phone call, medications, they wouldn't shut off the lights. I got one meal, which was all sugar. I don't even know what time it was. They gave it to me. They said it was lunch. I got arrested at 9:38. I remember asking them what time it was so I would know for my own personal record what time I got arrested. And they didn't let me out till 3:30 the next day. I got a bologna sandwich and some potato chips. Got taken to the hospital. And when they put me in the holding cell, I had to undress, completely stripped down, completely naked in front of five or six male police officers. And they said get into this modesty suit. It's like a dress. It's like a fucking tank, like a sleeveless kind of dress that velcros in the back. I said, right here? And they said yes. I'm just like, all right. Just whipped off my fucking clothes right in front of them, and then they put the thing on me. Put the velcro in the back. And then the worst part is when they got me out at 3:30. I said, I need something new to wear. I've been peeing all over this thing, I was fucking pissing like a racehorse, kept fucking pissing myself. And then they put me in a new modesty suit, but it was too small and the Velcro didn't work, so I put it on backwards. It was Velcro just right in the chest. I'm walking around the whole time with my fucking crotch hanging out in the emergency room. Everyone can see everything, and just whatever. And then they're trying to fucking charge me. I want to countersue in a civil case for police misconduct. As a result of this, charges for battery to law enforcement are being forwarded to the district attorney's office as Charlie Hellman was being transported to the Winnebago Mental Health Hospital. Yeah, they said they were going to take me to the La Crosse Care Center until I told everybody at the hospital, at the emergency room, that the that the cops had raped me the whole time and left an instrument inside of me, and I needed inside of my anus, and I needed an X-ray. And then so the emergency room nurse is shooting me up with morphine for a rape kit and an X-ray. And after she shot me up with morphine, because Toby's detective is gently restraining me, you make sure he wasn't hurting me while she's administering the morphine for the rape kit. And then after she administered the morphine, I said, well, no, I'm just kidding. They never touched me, but they are still a bunch of faggots and queers, So that was my revenge anyways, but I still want to take them to court.